Let's look at some gear and see how it's used. The Olympus OM2SP offers spot metering only when set to manual, which is not common amongst 35mm SLRs. I prefer this for most of my photography, and I'm going to share with you how I use it. You need to understand that light meters try to resolve any subject brightness as mid-grey. They can be confused with a very bright background. The program and aperture priority modes of the Olympus OM2SP use center-weighted metering. This is fine with pictures where there's not much difference between the subject and the background. For instance, this shot of me was taken by my 10-year-old goddaughter with an original Olympus OM2. When you set the OM2SP to manual mode, you see that it's marked as manual stroke spot. Only the center part of the viewfinder is used to measure the light. Let me show you how I use this to get consistent negatives when I'm using the OM2SP. I put the center of the frame over the grey area of the pavement to take a reading, as that was mid-grey. If I just used center-weighted metering, it's likely that the much lighter sky would have made the meter think that the scene was brighter and the picture would have been underexposed. For this street art shot in Shoreditch, I metered on a grey tone around the middle of the girl's cheek. But what if you can't find a mid-tone that corresponds to how you want the picture to look? The zone system, pioneered by Ansel Adams, referred to the range from full black to full white as 11 different zones going from 0 to 10, each a stop apart in exposure. The mid-tone is V or 5 on the diagram. You can see one stop lighter, zone 6, is average Caucasian skin. I took a reading from the face here and then opened up one stop to get the correct exposure. For this picture I took a reading from the buildings on the top right of the screen as I wanted them to render as mid-grey. I also took a reading from the sky to make sure that it was only about 3.5 stops lighter so that it retained some tone. I wasn't worried about the lower part of the picture being darker. During the 1980s, spot metering was the solution offered by Olympus to achieve accurate exposure. However, cameras such as the Nikon FA offered evaluative multi-zone metering that is more commonly used today.